Dear brothers and sisters, I'd like to take some verses written by Sant Rajinder Singh Maharaj and try to understand them so that we get guidance on how to spend our own life. Saints and mystics who come over the years in all traditions and all walks of life have all talked about the purpose of us being here. And they've all talked about us trying to understand what the purpose is and then take steps to go towards our goal. Generally, in life, as we go through schooling and as we go through middle school and high school, we start to decide on what our purpose should be. And many people try to pick professions that they think would be the correct ones for them. So it's in grade 11 and 12 that you seriously start to think. And you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be an accountant, and you want to take a profession of computers these days, engineering, or sciences, or if you are into arts, maybe music, or communications, or business. Many avenues that we have, and we try to pick something which we think will fulfill our purpose. The saints say that we should very carefully think about what our purpose in life is. And then as we take steps to find out how to go about finding out what our purpose is, then we should be able to do things that will fulfill that purpose. Sant Rajinder Singh Maharaj has written a whole poem on this. And I'd like to take a few verses of this poem. We talk about our purpose, and they talk about how life is led, and what kind of things we need to face as we go towards a purpose, and what is it that would help us get there. So in the first verse he's saying, and this is written in Urdu, most of his poetry was written in that language that was prevalent in India in those days. And he says, Jazba-e dil ko amal mein kabhi lao to sahi. Jazba-e dil ko amal mein kabhi lao to sahi. Apni manzil ki taraf paँव बढ़ाओ तो सही. So Sant Rajinder Singh Ji Maharaj is saying, when you translate this in English, begin to live your life according to your aspirations. Begin to live your life according to your aspirations and step towards your chosen goal. So Sant Rajinder Singh Ji Maharaj is telling us that as we lead our life, it's important that we choose the direction in which we want to go. And then not only do we choose it, then we put that into action. Just to think about being a doctor or being a lawyer or an engineer, not enough. You need to take steps. You need to go to school, you need to do many years of rigorous practice. So there's this one very interesting example, a made-up example, which talks about a young person who was in the 11th or 12th grade and was thinking of what should I be doing. And this person had very good grades, so the person decided he should become a doctor. And then he's starting to find out more about the medical arena. And as he's trying to look at the life of a doctor, it's good work, it makes people happy, it can relieve their illness and pain, so the person liked it. And then as this young man is digging more into the subject, he also realized, because as he's going through that search as to what he wants to do, there's death in the family. One of his grandparents passes away. And he realizes that in that process there were many doctors which the grandparent was going to. And he realized that as a doctor, there will be times where the patients are not going to be totally cured. They will physically die. So the person started to think, what is the meaning of death? And what is death? Because as a young person, don't think about it. And since he's thinking about the medical field, he wants to go in the medical field, he started to also think about death, because that he realized would be a part of the work that he does, that there will be patients, irrespective of whatever a doctor does, a person will physically die. So he's thinking, and then he starts to talk to his parents. And so in all these stories, they go to a wise old person to get some help. So they end up with a wise old person for help. And the young man is now saying, now should I become a doctor, or should I find out about the mystery of life? Of what is the life all about? Because it looks like this is going to happen in our life. And as he digs into the situation, he realizes that each and every one of us are physically going to die one day. So he asked this wise old person, which direction should he go into? And the wise old person tells him, for you to be a doctor, you're going to have to spend so many years of college, you get a bachelor's degree, then so many years of medical school, then maybe so many years of residency, and you're going to be spending these many hours of studying every day. Okay? And to know about the mystery of that, you need to spend some time too. But the amount of time that you spend in learning, like you go to school for 6-8 hours a day for many, many years, you go to a lab and you spend a lot of time there. So the spiritual way to know about the Creator and to know about God, know about death is different. What you need to do is, the theory is not very complicated, because to know the sciences and all, you have to learn a lot. Here you don't have to learn that much, it's the practice that's important. So he said you don't have to choose between the two, you can do both of them concurrently. He says, to know the true purpose of life, which is to be with God, is the ultimate goal which we have in this world. But we need to survive in this world. We need to be able to provide for ourselves in this world. We need to be able to discharge our responsibilities in this world. And so we need to make a living. And so whether you become a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer or an accountant or any other profession that you choose, that profession gives you the means by which you survive in this physical body, in the physical existence. So as you're going through your schooling for a profession, whatever profession you begin, you can spend the time for your spiritual pursuits. And then, as you're done with your studying and as you're going into the workforce and trying to make a living, then you can increase the time that you spend towards the spiritual practices. And as time goes by, you should be able to spend more time in that direction, because then all the time that you're spending in your studies is then available to you. You do have to work, make a living. And so the wise old person suggested that they don't have to be either one or the other, and that is what positive living is all about. When we find ourselves in this physical world, we have some karmic load that we have to unfold. We have our responsibilities to ourselves, to our families, and then to the communities that we're in. And so while discharging those responsibilities, our attention can be on the Creator. So Sant Rajinder Singh Ji Maharaj here is saying that we need to focus our attention on what is the real goal. He says, begin to live your life according to your aspirations, that what is really important to you, you need to live your life according to that. Just like if you're a farmer and you go out and you buy the best seeds, but you don't put them in the ground. And then even if you put them in the ground, if you don't water them or nourish them, they're never going to come out. Just like if you don't nourish the seeds, nothing will come out. And as a student, if you go out and buy all the books for the course, but never open them to study them, you're never going to get knowledgeable. So similarly, if we only think about what our goal is, if we have a yearning to get to our goal, but we don't put into practice what it takes to get there, we are never going to get there. So Sant Rajinder Singh Ji Maharaj saying, and step towards the chosen goal. You have a goal, you found out what the goal is, now you need to take steps towards that goal. If you don't take the steps to get there, you'll never get there. And so the first thing is to find out what the goal is. And then you have to take steps. If you want to be in any profession, you need to take the steps. You need to go to school, you need to go to college, you need to go to university, you need to study various courses so that you get a total picture of whatever profession you're going into. You have to take examinations. So there are many steps you have to take to get to your goals. Yeah. If you don't take the steps, you say, I chose the goal and I'm there, it doesn't work like that. And so in the spiritual arena, many people think about the goal, they're searching, and once they realize the goal of this existence is to know ourselves and to know God, then they expect to be there in this moment right away. It's a process. It's a process which takes effort. It's a process which takes time. It's a process which takes practice by which we can take our attention away from the world outside and focus it within. So Sant Rajinder Singh Ji Maharaj is saying that we need to take steps towards the goal. In the next verse, he's talking about this life. And what should this life be? So he says, Zindagi wo jo harife game ayam rahe. Zindagi wo jo harife game ayam rahe. Dil shikasta hai to kya, saaz uthao to sahi. Dil shikasta hai to kya, saaz uthao to sahi. So here, when we translate this in English, it would be, life is not worth its name unless we meet the challenge of the times. Like life is not worth its name unless we meet the challenge of the times. Play on the instrument of the heart, even if it be broken. You know, Sant Rajinder Singh Ji Maharaj is saying that in life we'll have many ups and downs. So ups and downs are a part of life. Because of the karmic load from the past, because of how we've lived our life in this lifetime. For every thought, every word and every deed that comes from us, we are held accountable. So there is the karmic load that we have to unfold. Okay. And so there will be times of happiness, there will be times of sorrow. And most of us feel there are more times of sorrow than of happiness, because we all feel, something is happening in our life which should not be happening. And so he's saying like, Zindagi wo jo harife game ayam rahe, that you have to look at life and realize that there are going to be ups and downs of life. That's a part of our existence. There's not a single person in this world who lives happily all their life. There's not a single person who lives in pain all their life. Okay? We just feel like that. And so he's saying, even if your dil shikasta hai to kya, saaz uthao to sahi. He's saying, even if you feel that your heart is broken, and he's saying the instrument on which the music plays, even if it's broken, if you play it with love, sweet sound will come out of it. So he's saying, even if you feel that you're in pain, if you feel that you're in sorrow, if you feel there are difficulties in your life, realize that if you are focused on the divine, if you're singing praises of the Lord, if you live your life according to the principles that the great saints and mystics have been talking about, lead a truthful life, a loving life, a life of compassion, a life of selfless service, then you are going to get your goals. So he's saying, don't let the ups and downs of life bring you down. In the writings of Sant Rajinder Singh Maharaj, there's always positive thought, positive thinking. That whatever happens to us, we can all reach our goals. And if we remember the 4 words, this too shall pass, then we know that no difficulty is there which can put us down. So having faith in the Creator is the key of getting to our goals. Those who have faith are the ones who are going to make it through the ups and downs of life. Because when you have faith in the Creator, then you know that whatever is happening to us is the best that can happen to us. So Sant Darshan Singh Ji Maharaj is telling that each and every one of us can go to our goals. We need to have our hopes and aspirations be put into play. We need to take steps which will lead us towards our goal, and those steps are to lead an ethical life, because an ethical life is the stepping stone to spirituality. Those steps are to remember the guidance that we get and to be guided towards our goal. That's to sing praises of the Creator, because the Creator who brought our creation into being, and it's the love of the Creator that we are here to experience that love, and to experience the love, to meditate, to sit in silence, so that we can have a practical experience of the love of the Creator. Because all of our scriptures say that those who love are the ones who are going to find the Creator. And so to experience that love of the Creator is why we sit in silence. And so these are the steps that are needed. And then to take these steps on a regular basis, on a daily basis, so we find the time for our spiritual practices. So as we all gather here today, let us just spend a few minutes in meditation. Please sit as comfortably as you can. Close your eyes very gently, just like you close them when you go to sleep. Your eyeball should be straight, focus 8 to 10 inches in front of you. Those of you who've been initiated in the mysteries of the beyond, please do your Simran. Those of you new here, please repeat any name of God that you feel comfortable with. This repetition should be done out mentally and not out loud. I pray to God Almighty and to the 3 great spiritual masters of the past century, Hazur Baba Sawan Singh Ji Maharaj, Param Sant Kripal Singh Ji Maharaj, and Dayalpur Sant Darshan Singh Ji Maharaj, to help each and every one of us connect with the divine power within and to experience the divine light in its effulgence. So we'll be sitting for a few minutes. I'll be getting out of this meditative state at that time. And my best wishes are with each and every one of you. Please leave off. Please leave off.